Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm rising today to support the amendment offered by my friend and colleague from Macomb County, which would boost revenue sharing for public safety, among other things, in Michigan. Of course, we know what revenue sharing is. It's the tax dollars that we collect here in the state, and there's an expectation that we return those tax dollars to local governments so that they can fund essential services back home. Now, this form of funding for local governments is not unique to Michigan. It's not this novel idea that we came up with. Every other state in the country has some sort of state support for their local governments. But out of 50 states in the country, Michigan does it the worst. We are the worst revenue sharer in the country. From 2002 to 2012, cities, townships, and villages in 49 other states experienced revenue growth, some a little, some a lot. But there is only one state in the country in that time frame that had shrinking municipal revenue. Only one state in the negative. It's us. Michigan is dead last. State support in Michigan to municipalities during that time period declined by 56% in that period of time. That's $8.1 billion in lost revenue to local communities. So we sit here and we scratch our heads and we wonder why our community's distressed. We wonder why our municipalities plagued with broken finance systems and unfunded liabilities, why the state has to send emergency managers to communities throughout the state. We act like there's no cause for any of this. Well, I'll tell you that of the 7 communities that were under emergency management, more than $870 million of state-shared revenue had been stripped from them in the prior decade. So the state accelerated these financial crises, and unnecessarily so, because during that same period of time, the state of Michigan's revenues increased 29%. This legislature at that time was wrong, and we are equally wrong with this budget. This budget continues to break the promise to local governments. It is $550 million less than the amount of revenue sharing that we promised our local municipalities. So before voting on this amendment and the budget in its entirety, I would encourage any member of this body to talk to their mayor, or talk to their village manager, or talk to their township supervisor before voting, and ask them, if we boosted revenue sharing, what are the first services you would pay for? The answer would be public safety. And that's what my community and scores of others in the state would like to direct these state tax dollars toward. But time and time again, Lansing defunds their ability to do so. So House Democrats have offered this amendment that would give 5% of that unfunded revenue sharing back and direct it to local communities to fund police and fire services. That's a small investment, just 5% back. But that small investment gives us the opportunity today to vote for safer communities with this amendment. We have the opportunity to move in the direction of the 49 other states whose communities have enjoyed municipal revenue growth. I urge a yes vote. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.